season long, and they look for their first win since June 7th. In tonight's contest, meanwhile, Angel City looking for back-to-back victories, a team that has captured 2 straight clean sheets. Angel City in the black kits, it's the white kits for Bay this evening, and we are underway from the City of Angels. This is it in, Hammond nods it away. Jonsdottir takes it, despite Melanson taking a tumble.
It was interesting speaking to Jonsdottir because she was speaking about how she feels like the NWSL suits her style of play. She's very direct, she's quick, she's sharp, and I think she suits this league, and I think she'll go on to do really good things for Angel City.
Here she is, Jonsdottir slams the brakes on, hooks it around. Yola was the closest target, back out for Shores.
I think it was quite obvious as well that she's so excited to be playing for Angel City. She spoke about coming to LA like 3 years ago and just enjoying it and wanting to play here. And I think that is impactful when you have players that want to be somewhere. You can feel it from her. You know, it's kind of contagious having a player like that that really wants to be somewhere, because they've had a lot of players move on in the last couple of weeks.
Came here for the She Believes Cup and said after that she wanted to play here, and it comes to fruition this season. Here's Shores for an outlet, rips it off of that first defender, it trickles loose, Tiernan has it, looks for an angle, plays it out top, Sarah Gordon. Jonsdottir retreats, and Gordon closing in on 12,000 career minutes for Jonsdottir, and now Giselle Thompson. Let's just play that ball out instead of conceding the goal kick, forces a throw.
It's interesting as well because Emma Vignola's also playing a lot higher up the field of play. We know she played that when she was in college. She spoke about that previously, but I think I like Emma a little bit further back.
Jonsdottir again launches into the 6, ricochets off of Hubley, headed to the ground. It is Vignola, and can't put it on frame.
I tell you what, Angel City are pressing really high in a way that I've not really seen them do of late. You know.
Something to the fact that their center back pairing is not a part of the roster at this point in the season.
And I think as well, like some of the signings that they made, obviously, Dana Castellanos last year, she's moved over to Portland. Oshuala hasn't really ever got going. And I think there's a big responsibility on Kundananji. I like Rachel Hill. I think she works hard. I think she offers a lot of freestyle aspect, but I just think there's so much responsibility on Rachel Kundananji.
Look at Alex Strauss. Finally an attack here for Bay. He was the target, rolls back out middle of the field.
Bay have also changed a few things this year. You know, Dorian Bailey and Kiki Pickett were like mainstays in the midfield last year. This year they haven't really played. Even Tess Bodie was one of the mainstays last year. She's in the lineup tonight, but like hasn't really played as much from the start this season.
Takes that ball quickly. Kundananji crosses. And Hodge mishits to concede a corner for Bay.
That was brilliant from Silkowitz to read that, because I almost had my head in my hands thinking that was going to be an overload and they were going to go on goal because Caprice Tedesco was all the way out the field from taking the set piece. There was a real opportunity there, but Silkowitz, I thought, did a really good job.
It's getting more and more comfortable as the starter for Bay. Tiernan dodges Hubley, one of the league veterans against one of the youngsters. Tiernan is in, dodges defenders. Tiernan slams the brakes on, runnels past Silkowitz. Riley Tiernan scores for the 8th time this year. The second most ever by an NWSL rookie. Angel City lead 1-0.
Wow, take a bow, Riley Tiernan. We highlighted her pre-game. Hadn't scored in 5, and that is some goal. You know, to take the responsibility on as a rookie in this position. She only had one thing in her mind. It was great composure, because she receives the ball here. It's a decent ball down the line for Meme Vignola, but she still has a lot to do here. This is a fantastic turn. You know, and she has one thing. She looks like she's overrun it a little bit, then comes inside, always in control of the ball, and that is a brilliant finish with the left foot. Fantastic strike, and exactly what I feel like this Angel City team needed, because as we know, Alyssa Thompson isn't available. They've lost Alana Kennedy, they've lost Katie Zellum, so there's a lot of focus on who's not there, but certainly Riley Tiernan showed up in his matchup today and taking the responsibility on, and that is a great finish.
Tiernan snaps a 5-match goalless drought. Her first goal since June 14th, but it is her 8th of the season, and now only a man that is a little bit frustrated by where this team is at because they only have 2 points out of their last 9 matches, and he said that there's a less than 1% chance that should have happened. They should have anywhere between 10 and 16 during that stretch. They had to show the team some of the statistics to try to get their belief behind that it's not just empty words being said, that they are playing well. Their XGs have been higher in 8 of the last 9, but in the end, the results just haven't been there for this side.
Yeah, I mean, I love Albertine Montoya. I think he's a fantastic person. He's a great coach, but I think at the end of the day, the results don't lie. And as a player, you can feel it sometimes.
Here's Tiernan again in the attack. Tiernan to the touchline, hooks it around. Didasco sends it away. Plenty of time to go. Yeah,
a team that I've really enjoyed since the break has been Racing Louisville. I think they've been exceptional. Bev Yanez has done a fantastic job there. Also, now bringing in players like McKenna Morris.
They answer 2 points off of 4th place to try to get a home match in the postseason. Here's Didasco. Thought about hitting it first time, now rolls it back. Hill off of Tiernan. Splashes down, has the English. Vignola chases after it, can't get there in time as it goes out for a corner kick. Thompson has room to roam here. Giselle in a foot race with Huff, and Huff does well to force her to slow down. Odie recovers. Monson back.
There's just no space for Bay FC to be able to kind of gain yardage anywhere. You know, there's Tess Bodie all the way back in that left-back position, and you can see the press from Angel City. This is so difficult for them to get out of this position here.
Dangerous ball. Hubley bangs it off of Hodge.
It's great press from Angel City, but I think Bay FC just need to be a little bit smarter in their approach because they're giving away the ball far too easily and cheaply.
Fuller turns. Didasco just does get the right foot in there to get it away, but Bay are very much scrambling right now. They give it away again. It is Giselle Thompson.
It's quite strange really because Tess Bodie is being pinned back all the way back to that left back position due to the overload, and Giselle Thompson in that position with Jonsdotter in that position as well. So it's difficult because you don't want Tess Bodie in that position at all.
Here goes Rachel Kudananji, threads the needle. It is Hill. Hill gets an angle. Siebert comes out, punches the ball away.
I mean, it looked clean to me. We'll have to take another look at this, but I think it's fantastic goalkeeping from Siebert. It's a brilliant ball from Kudananji. Great run. Brilliant weight of pass. You can see what Rachel Hill was trying to do here. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that at all. You know, it's just the end product at times, but that is such a great ball. I mean, and I say end product from Kudananji is when she's in front of goal. Yes, I can see why Rachel Hill was thinking it was a foul because her trailing leg got taken, but it was almost like she kicked her own leg. I think it's brilliant.
All over the top. Jonsdotter chases, gets her eyes up, looks for an angle, splits past Anderson, stumbles. She appeals for a foul, and Joelle Anderson does enough defensively to deny that chance.
Brilliant ball from Sarah Baldwin, and we spoke about them not really playing any.
Hill through the middle. Anderson joins the fray from her center back position. Anderson laces. That's a really good save there from Siebert because if she lets that out at all, Kudananji's right there.
Yeah, I mean, it was on for Anderson to be able to strike this one. Siebert does a really good job at holding it. I think they circulate the ball really well here, Bay FC. You're asking a lot, you know, to beat Siebert from there.
Only 4 appearances in the last year plus, but this is her third now identity, and it sits there time and time again. And these are our favorite fans of the night. They came well equipped with a variety of posters. Rumors about perhaps a move across the pond. What do you think about the possibility of another American going to maybe England, perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, I think it seems inevitable, to be honest, as much as it's painful to say it, although I'm from England. I want Alyssa Thompson to stay in this league. But some of the signs are interesting because it talks about how bad our weather is in England, and that is true.
Thompson throttles! And it slices wide left.
Those fans definitely came with the signs because they've had about 3 or 4 different ones. Some of them say about the baked beans in England, they say about the food. And it is all true, to be fair. But this is fantastic play from Giselle Thompson down this right-hand side. She cuts in. And this is agonizingly this is very, very close. I have to see it from the other angle. Katie Zellum in and out of the lineup. But it's a big move, you know, to move from a team and a franchise like Angel City to go to a team that's just been promoted in the WSL in England. It's a big call. But Michelle Kang's doing what she's doing.
Kudananji crosses. It is hot. Threads the needle, and here's an overlapping run from Melanson. Gordon saves it. Second ball from distance. Siebert dives to her right and stymies the chance.
That is brilliant defending from Sarah Gordon because I'm pretty sure this was going in the back of the net. It looked like Siebert was bit. Beaten in this moment. Huff does a really good job at manipulating the ball. Nice little pass. Yeah, that was definitely going in. Reed was also covering around. Yeah, brilliant defending from Sarah Gordon in this moment. It's hard to tell from that angle if it was actually going in the back of the net because there wasn't much pace on the ball. Won games, and Albertine on Twitter knows that. You know, it's a result business. You can see their identity of what they're trying to do. For sure, and I don't think this game's over, nowhere near it. I don't think that, like, you know, Angel City necessarily have that fear factor that we've known them to have previously.
Jonsdottir hits an angle on Anderson. Jonsdottir gallops into the box. Jonsdottir pulls the trigger, and it is a very good save from Silkowitz.
It's really good from Angel City. It's difficult for AFC to get out.
It's not something we saw from Angel City early in the season. They only had 1 clean sheet through their first 15 matches. They're shoring things up defensively. Here this month.
どうしたの?
Run here, across it goes, an empty run. Siebert saves, it falls right back to Hill, and she pushes it in with the equalizer.
So complimentary of this Angel City team. Kundananji does relatively well in this position. It's a nice little ball to Tess Bodie. That is such a brilliant pass from Tess Bodie. Great way of pass, and they get caught completely in behind. This is probably the first time we've seen them get caught in behind for sure. And it's a really, really good goal. I think Angel City will be really disappointed. I think Shaw's has to do better in that position. Positionally, she was out of position, which allowed Tess Bodie to find the ball to Rachel Hill. And this is the belief, Albertine Montoya. Like he honestly, when you have a coach like that it's kind of infectious, because sometimes it might be a bit delusional that you're like,
gain that confidence. And they look to spring into action again. Hubley gives it away. Vignola with time and space. Tiernan chases. Anderson gets there first. Rolls this back into a dangerous area. Youngsdottir pushes it through Silkowitz, and it just misses the left post.
Both teams have been turning over the ball a lot in the defensive areas, and I was critical of this FC team for doing that. They've done it in previous games. I mean, I understand why teams are going back to the keeper, but you have to take a look at, you know, where are the...
Lonson hits it across. Gordon barely gets a piece. It's knocked down. It's Huff off of Youngsdottir. And that is the final action of this first half. Well, they a little slow to join the fray, but they do get the equalizer in the 37th minute, and we sit tied at 1 at halftime.
Yeah, and I think that's a fair result. I mean, I think we're seeing the Californian rivalry for sure. It's been a spicy game, you know, it's been really competitive. And I think a tie at halftime, a draw at halftime, I think it's a fair result. I do think both teams need to stop turning over the ball in the defensive third, and I think it's causing problems, then playing out from the back. But I do think that goal from Turner was fantastic, and Rachel Hill deserved that, ran through the ball.
At halftime, it is a 1-1 tally. Tiernan scores in the 12th minute. Hill adds one for Bay in the 37th. And we sit level at a goal apiece through 45 minutes. Variations of that back line in the last couple months. And they had some issues in that first half as they try to shore it up in half two. Rachel Kudinaji puts the ball in play. Bay wearing the white kits, Angel City in the black kits, Michael Wattrain, the former English national, Leanne Sanderson, and the rest of our all year when they've been tied at halftime, 0 for 8. Meanwhile, Angel City have won 4 times in 10 tries when they've been tied at the half.
I think a big loss to them as well is Penelope Hocking. You know, she's picking up heat. She was doing really well, getting on the score sheet, really being effective, helping Kudinaji. I think they were getting a really good partnership in that front line area. This was a yellow card. Decent touch from Youngsdottir. Yeah, I just think it's a foul, but I don't think that's a yellow card. She actually does get a bit of the ball as well.
See, 7 out of 10 times that Angel City have been deadlocked at the break. They picked up points. Here's Giselle Thompson. Rolls this through the middle. Take away. Bodie. On around. If you're just joining us, Angel City without the services of Alyssa Thompson tonight. Not in uniform this evening with those rumors since Alyssa Thompson joined the team.
I mean, that just about says it all, really. And I think she's just taken her game to another level. When she didn't get picked for the Olympics, she spoke about the fact that she just wasn't ready yet. When you get selected for a major tournament and you're that young, there's a lot more pressure. But I think, you know, she said she went away, worked hard. It's quite refreshing to hear a young player say they didn't deserve to get selected for the Olympics.
20 goal contributions since the beginning of 2024. That's the 4th most in the league. Most by an American in that stretch.
I think for Alyssa Thompson as well, when you have a
close so many times. Just 4 wins, however, on the year, but 3 points here tonight would go a long way for this team to try to get back above the playoff line.
I think sometimes the referee's just got to let the game play. I actually don't think that was a foul. I mean, the players are just getting tight. Nobody's, you know, fouled anybody in that position for me.
Pass, and Vignola had stopped her run on. It all the way back. Hodge back to the defense, however.
Yeah, I'd like a little bit more for the midfield of Angel City. I think Hodge has been active. She's been really good defensively. I think Madison Hammond is usually that player that can play through the line to pick up the ball centrally, and we haven't really seen that.
Jonsdotter's touch here. Jonsdotter is in. Jonsdotter blasts, and Silkowitz with a kick save.
A brilliant save from Silkowitz, but what I'm seeing from Jonsdotter, she's getting into fantastic positions, but sometimes when you try too hard, this is what happens. It's a great touch. I mean, Mollenson has to be better there, but it's fantastic. But this is the one here for me. Just square it, just put it across goal. You can see Bradley Tiernan is there, but because she hasn't scored yet, I feel like she's snatching at the ball. It's a really good save, taking nothing away from Silkowitz, but
Nanji, the target of this start. Gordon is always there to erase.
Yeah, well done, Sarah Gordon. We know how quick she is.
Just as they were getting possession, they took the ball out of play. And it's given right back as Conti pounces. Conti, Kudananji. Kudananji hooks! Just a tad high.
Good positioning again from Rachel Kudananji, but it's another poor giveaway in the midfield from Angel City. A decent first touch. Doesn't quite get it out of a big... I know Kudananji's only got 2 goals, and you know, people are quite critical of their lack of assists and goals, but I think when you're on a team where everybody is swarming you every single time you get the ball, it leads you to believe that her teammates will be spared.
It's on off of the giveaway. Gordon, the last one to touch that.
Had to be a little bit intricate on their set pieces, but I do think you can see in the second half, like they're higher, they're pressing higher, they're a little bit more confidence about them. I think they started the game, the first 20-25 minutes, they weren't really having that little bit of confidence, they weren't really pressing at all. Whereas now it looks like the roles have reversed, the momentum is with AFC.
Couple changes now. Nyara and Miyabi are both coming in. They'll replace Hodge and Giselle Thompson.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised at the Giselle Thompson one, about her coming off. Hodge makes sense, but I do think Hodge has actually been the best midfielder for them in this game. I mean, she's worked effortlessly in those areas.
Second half start here for Bay.
Jonsdotter's going to take this set piece here, the throw. We know how difficult this is to defend.
Jonsdottir tosses with great venom in. Dasco gets there first, however, to clear it away. Tiernan latches on. Tiernan chips it over the top. Just slices away. You can see Jonsdottir again. She wants a goal so badly right now.
Yeah, that was a brilliant ball through. Jonsdottir down this right-hand side. And to be fair to her, I think she tried to swivel her hips around to be able to get on the end of it. That's such a brilliant ball. Deliveries on the set pieces. Kennedy Fuller, Frisa Dasco on the other side as well.
Fuller over to take it. Young player with a lot of experience. The 18-year-old ropes it across. Through the middle, nobody on target there. Kudananji uses the body to shield. Clearance doesn't get past Miyabi. From alongside, Kudananji can race with anybody, but Miyabi does so well here defensively. She does get called for the foul, but completely thwarted that counter.
surprised that Miyabi isn't getting more minutes, to be fair, from the start, because I think when she comes into games, she looks very good on the ball. Obviously, this is a foul here, but I do think I'm surprised she doesn't start more games. I think they need a ball player in their back line area. And I think she's
I'm
thinking the second half has been really good. They're just a little bit higher pressure on. So I think, you know, if in doubt, kick it out.
City have only scored 7 times in the second half this season. Only Utah has fewer second half goals. Fuller pushes it to the back post. Tiernan was thinking that Reed was going to pick that ball up. Instead it bounces between them and goes out.
This is unbelievable, really, because, you know, AFC have had 8 corners.
9 corners in this match. Very few have resulted in shots.
I mean, the thing is, there's a set-piece coach now. Every team usually has them in the men and the women's game because they are that crucial defensively and on the attack as well. I do think that Jonsdottir, with her throw, I think when a player like Sydney LaRue is back and available, I think that will be a really, really good weapon that they can have in those final third areas. It sounds really basic, but I do think like they need a target. When she's throwing the ball into the box, similarly to Sam Stobb, there's no options.
Here's Jonsdottir taking the ball away. Tiernan lets it go through. Vignola blasts too high. Best chance in a while for Angel City, and it's not on target.
Yeah, I think Emma Vignola knows that as well. She has to be doing better there in that situation. It's a really poor giveaway again, but great positioning for Jonsdottir to be able to pick. It's a fantastic little dummy from Riley Tiernan as well, and that is a chance. That is one you have to do better. You have to be better in this position. It's a fantastic play. I mean, I think there comes a time in this game where Angel City might have to sacrifice a midfielder to be able to put on a crystal press, because I think they need more numbers into the box that are more attacking.
Fuller crosses, Silkowitz punches, Jonsdottir leaves it for Miyabi. Tiernan funnels. Jonsdottir had the right idea, but it's well defended. Otherwise, Miyabi had space.
Yeah, Moreau.
Jonsdottir. Tiernan nutmegs Anderson. Here's Jonsdottir, and Moreau again recovers to get the ball away.
Love this creativity from Riley Tiernan, and this is what I was talking about, Michael. When she's got her back to goal, you know, it was on to backheel it, and I'm thinking, have a go, have a go. And she did. It's brilliant play down this right-hand side. Loved it from Riley Tiernan, straight through the legs of Anderson. And it was a great tackle from Moreau. She's only come into this game and she's done really well defensively.
First 10 minutes of the second half dominated by Bay. Angel City have flipped that script now. Miyabi corners this. Vignola heads. Silkowitz hovered in the sky as it just goes wide.
Tell you what, this must have been pretty close because Silkowitz looked like she was scampering to that right-hand side. It's a really good ball, and it was clearly something they've worked off straight off the training field. It's always difficult for Emma Vignola to be able to get that on target from there.
Vignola in the last few minutes. 1-1. Still, however, in this match. Good slide tackle. Vignola takes over. Threads a needle. It is past Moreau this time, and Jonsdottir hits the side netting and is very frustrated.
Yeah, and I feel for her, I really do, because like I said, there's a certain thing where I've been there myself and you're not sure and you over try. You're getting into really good positions, but she has to keep doing this. She has to keep getting into these positions. And maybe Vignola does a fantastic job. It's a really good way to pass. Moreau looked like she was going to kind of throw in a slide tackle there to try and cut it out. And Jonsdottir, for me, has to go across goal there on the left-hand side.
Saw Hannah Bevar getting ready to come in for Bay. But it Doesn't stop Moreau from adding to the charge here. Slices it across. News heads away. Moreau sends Lima through. Lima. Shepard. Anderson. Idasco in one of those advanced roles.
A ball out to Priest Idasco was far too slow because by the time it got to her, Angel City were almost able to cover around.
Better pace on that. Good turn from Kudananji. Better answer from Reed.
Really, really good defending from Reed because it looked like, I do think Kiki Pickett and Dorian Bailey have do a really good job for them, so I'm quite surprised that they're not seeing any minutes at all.
Very excited in the 12th minute, still in the 37th minute as we sit tied at one apiece. Kudananji picks the pocket. Now debates her choices, rolls it into the path, waits for help. Kudananji nudges it up top. B-Bar takes a swing. Noose recovers and draws the foul.
Tell you what, this was some body check from Kudananji to be able to get into that position. You could see what she was trying to do. She was trying to come inside. Noose showed great strength as well in that position. I just think both teams are just cancelling each other out in the central areas. I think both teams, you can see it's competitive. They're both trying to win this game. But I just think there needs to be a little bit better quality.
Gordon. Yabi. Just enough of a punch there from Huff, but Jonsdottir gets there before Moreau. Jonsdottir, everything but a goal so far tonight. Yabi joins the party. Lima does really well defensively, coming all the way back from a forward spot.
Brilliant defending for Bay FC, and I think Huff did a really
long. Jonsdottir tosses this high into the sky. No real targets. Hammond swings the leg. Wins a corner out of it.
That's what I was talking about when I said about Sam Stobb earlier. When she takes throws for the Chicago Stars, it's like hard to see who the target is. And I think when you have a player that can have such a lethal throw in those moments, it's hard to see because it sounds really basic, but they're looking for obviously the flick on the front post. But every single time Jonsdottir's getting the throws, there's no one really to target. So it's almost like a wasted opportunity.
Here is Miyabi's corner kick across. Headed across and down. Mayara Noose, her first career NWSL goal, puts Angel City in front 2-1.
Brilliant header from Noose. We spoke about how many corners there have been, how many set pieces there have been, and nobody's capitalised on it. It was a brilliant ball in. Brilliant ball in from Miyabi. And it's a brilliant strike, brilliant header. You see what this means to Angel City fans. Take another look here. Excellent ball into the box. And Noose still has a lot to do. A lot to do. Really poor marking from Bay FC, but I think it was just her willingness, Noose, to get up and over, put it in the back of the net. Silkowitz could do nothing about that in that position, in that situation at all. You can see she's trying to get back across. Excellent header from Noose.
How about that goal for Noose? Her first career pro goal and just her 6th appearance. 15-9. Angel City have now scored 7 times in the final quarter hour of matches this year. Only Orlando has done so more frequently.
It's difficult as well because these are those fine.
It's another case for them where they have more shots on target, 7-4. They have a higher expected goals tally, but they're losing on the scoreboard. Bodie twirls, a couple juggles. Gets in the way, Bodie shields. Right along the touchline. That's well handled by Evelyn Shores. B-Bar Fires it across Miyabi, who's been so impactful in this second half. Tiernan off to the races. Bailey with the fresh legs. Tiernan bounces off of her. Tiernan glides it across, but nobody was making that late run on. Angel City see this one out. Moreau. Kudananji. Bailey looks for options. Shoots it over the top of Miyabi. Bodie off the outside of the foot. Lima knocks the first ball down. Miyabi gets there before Bodie. Not done yet though. Kudananji, a couple flicks. Off the back foot. Rolls in. Bodies collide. And the foul is whistled as Megan Reed gets taken out and Kudananji is unhappy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a foul all day long. You know, down this left-hand side from Tess Brody was fantastic, and they're getting into really, really good areas, fantastic areas. And you can see that's a foul. It's a pretty clear foul.
Got started with Riley Tiernan, scored in the 12th minute. Here's your updated Golden Boot standings. Astaire scoring on Friday night, the opener. She pulls away from 12 of the team's 22 goals this season. Up, rolls it over for Lima. Lima gets the angle down, laces it. Then over and wide, making a change. It's going to be Kristen Press coming in, replacing Vignola.
Yeah, that's the type of substitution I was thinking they were going to make a little bit earlier, but we know as the season's gone on, Kristen
trying to get the ball into the 18. Moreau unable to get it past Miyabi, who erases another one. But the flag is up on the far sideline for offside. Here there have been 27 second half stoppage time goals. Bay and Louisville are the only two teams in the league that have not scored in second half stoppage time. Jonsdottir unable to hold that up. All of those shots on target for Bay that you see, all 7 of them came in the first half and had 1 in the second half. And they've only had just 3 shots in half 2.
Yeah, it's certainly frustrating for Albertine Montoya because it's not like the team's playing really bad. It's just that they just can't get results. And I think individually, you know, the mistakes, he'll be so disappointed to concede what looks like it could be the winning goal on a set piece.
Gordon Kudananji, a great battle. This one. And back down the field. Jonsdottir will give it a look. And the full-time whistle blows. It's back-to-back wins for Angel City. And the full complement of points in their first ever win against Bay. And it is the 21-year-old Mayara Noose that has the game winner tonight.
Yeah, I think they deserve that in the end. This will be a massive relief for Angel City, given the circumstance of Alyssa Thompson, Alana Kennedy, Katie Zellum. You know, those 2 players have moved on, still yet to be determined, but you can see what it means to this Angel City team. Alex Strauss will be relieved, a sigh of relief, you know, 2 back-to-back wins. No one's getting carried away. We know how good this franchise is. We know how good this franchise can be. Riley Turner, I thought, was excellent in this game.
Angel City are within 1 point of a playoff spot. 2 wins in a row for the team in LA, and we'll recap the night for you here from BMO Stadium when we return in just a moment.
どうせなら楽しくやらなきゃな。